I've literally tried to make this video 5 or 6 different times, and I was using the gimbal that I have, but apparently there's a known issue when it comes to iPhones and being mounted on handlebar mounts, that it mucks up the camera and it does all kinds of wonky stuff. So all the footage that I shot and all the various videos that I did were all for naught. Status update. The cabinetry is halfway done. If that mess right here is what you want to call cabinetry, it's an attempt at said cabinetry. Top, bottom. Anyway, this is going to be a workbench, and then the toolbox is going to go in right here. Right? Probably shouldn't wave you guys around like that. This frame that you see here, where the level is, I'm going to put a pegboard in there, and I'm going to have the various parts of the bike that we've pulled off mounted on that pegboard with some lighting behind it. I think it's going to look pretty cool. And that's just a regular shelf. All right, there we go, just a regular shelf. So we got that done. Now I've been working on the floor for the last 2 days, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to tell much of a difference, but I mean, I can tell there's a difference because I've seen the floor every day. And I'm laying down the epoxy, and I'll show you the kit here in a second. But anyway, so the last few days I've been trying to etch this floor to get the coating off of it that they put on there for water or whatever it is, and it is not working out very well just with straight acid. So I had to bite the bullet and spend an extra couple $100 to rent a diamond grinder to etch this floor properly, so that way when I do put down the primer and the epoxy, it'll actually have a surface to adhere to. Now, if you don't have a coated surface on your garage floor, then you may not need to go this extra mile. I've etched this floor 3 times, and it, as you can see, the water still puddles in certain spots. That shouldn't do that if that coating has been removed, but alas, it is. So, but anyway, if you're ever gonna do a project like this, in my opinion, just bite the bullet and rent the diamond grinder, so you can etch the floor and you're not wasting like almost an entire 2 days like I have already, just trying to etch the floor, and eventually you're gonna wind up doing it anyway. Now the markings that you see, I know you see the 2 differences in color here. It's darker, lighter, darker. That's not the etching. That is the, let's see if I can point it out there. That right there, that is probably one of the best attachments for a pressure washer you can get. So stay tuned for the unveiling of said epoxy kit, because I've already unboxed it, so it's not a true unboxing. All right, peoples, I'm out. So, for a minute, be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what we have here is the entire kit that I'm going to use to put down on the floor, minus the acid etch that I've already used, and at mixed results. Now, that's not a knock against the product. In the instructions that I was reading online, they do tell you that if you have a sealant on your concrete, that you might need to do diamond grinding or grinding in order to get the proper etch. So that's besides the point. Anyway, this is from, that's the sound of freedom right there. Epoxy-Coat, Epoxy-Coat, industrial grade floor coatings. So they are, I guess, out of, Mount Clemens, Michigan. It's a small company, I guess, fairly small. Like you're not going to get it at a big box store, is basically what I'm saying. This is a non-sponsored video, as you can see here, my invoice. That's me, and that's me, and it says paid. Everything that came in the kit. Okay, enough of that. So, real quick, what we're gonna get, what you get. You get 2, if you choose, I believe. I chose the added installation kits, or tooling, or whatever the hell they called it during checkout. You get now both boxes are going to be the same, so I'm not going to go over both of them, but you get the roller, 3/8 snap. Now some of the big box brands, I've heard of people saying that the roller fell apart and it was hot garbage. The few reviews that I found for this particular kit, nobody complained about the roller, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this one. A stir stick for whatever reason, I guess to stir, obviously. The mechanical mixer, you hook this up to your drill and then mix the contents of the buckets. And this was a squeegee. It's supposed to have the other part, but it might be inside the house somewhere, or maybe I lost it. But all in all, that's what you get. And both boxes are the same. See? Oh, I should say that these are the Flex or decorative chips that I got. I ordered 2 gray blends and 1 called Cyberspace, and I assumed the Cyberspace was going to be bluish, but turns out it's, I guess, just black. So what I might do is go to my local Lowe's and purchase some of the Rust-Oleum chips and throw it in there, some blue ones, just to give it a little bit of a contrast. I think that would look pretty cool. So there's that. Now you have the 2 buckets of, one second, let me put this shit away. Well, now you have the 2 buckets. This is the actual epoxy, and this is a primer. I got the dark gray, as you can see there. And you get, in here are 2 smaller buckets. Yay, bucket inside of a bucket. You have the B bucket, which is your hardener. And then you have the A bucket, which is the actual, I guess, epoxy. Self-leveling, easy application, slip-resistant, industrial grade. Performance flooring kit. Sorry, that was kind of loud. So that's the actual epoxy. This right here is the primer, and I don't remember, I don't know if the kit comes with the primer or if I ordered the primer separately. I can't remember. You're gonna have to, if you do go this route, figure that out there and check out. But it's the same system, A and B, only this lid says primer right there. And mix these together and go to town. These bigger outer buckets you can use for mixing. All you have to do is rinse them out and wipe them down. They don't recommend, or I don't think they do, they didn't say anything about it, is to use soap with it. So I think just a fresh water rinse and wiping down with a lid-free cloth, this should do the trick. And then last but not least, the Money Shot, the Deck Coat Performance Deck Coat, I should say. It basically is just a nice glossy shiny finish to it, and then it make it look pretty. Now I called because it says here wood deck, concrete, or asphalt. Now when I first got this, all I saw was wood deck, and I didn't pay attention to the concrete or asphalt. So I called the lady and I'm like, hey, I think you guys sent me the wrong thing. She was like, no, it's the right thing. If anything, they may, she didn't seem too sure, but she said, if anything, we might have run out of labels and just put the same label on there, but it's the same product for multiple surfaces. So, and that goes on after the top coat, or the actual epoxy. So you have the primer first. Well, first is floor prep, etch it, then prime it, then epoxy, then the deck coat, and I almost forgot the aluminum oxide non-skid surfacing right here. I guess you just throw that in there with the rest of it to give it that non-skid surface. This is your boy, F.N.G. reminding you to ride safe, keep the shiny side up. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. If you like the video, go ahead and click that like button and ring the bell so that way you're notified of when I upload some more videos of me sitting around in an empty garage. Like this. Fun times. All right, everybody. Peace.